Hello once again, this is the Hometown Historian. This is the next in our Pennsylvania Historical Marker series. This one is for Indiantown. There is going to be a lot of traffic here. Apparently there's like a huge amount of traffic that just went through here, so I do apologize. Indiantown, a native village from which in turn the Creek, Gap, and Great Military Reservation derived their names, formerly stood nearby. The Delaware Indians took this route to Shamokin upon their removal from the Schuylkill region. This actually was called Indiantown as well because, especially during like French and Indian Wars starting, I think it was like they said 1755, the Susquehannock Native American tribe had taken a lot of offenses of how they were treated, and they came through the Indiantown Gap. If you remember, we talked about Indiantown Run when in reference to the murder of Joseph Raber with the Blue-Eyed Six. Indiantown Run is the creek that Joseph Raber was murdered in. It actually comes down through here to Harper's Tavern and joins up maybe about 250, 300 yards down the road, because this bridge here goes over the Swatara Creek, and on the other side of that creek, which you can't see it here, but we will be going over there shortly, to the Lindley Murray historical marker. That's the town of Harper's Tavern, which was started by Adam Harper in early 1700s. He built a log house and eventually built a public house, which predates the structure that is there now, and we'll talk about that more when we go to Lindley Murray's historical marker. But Indiantown was named such because of the villages of the Susquehannock in the area. It eventually became the Military Gap, or Indiantown Gap Military Reservation in 1931, was started for National Guard, Pennsylvania National Guard. And then in World War II, and for quite a while, probably at least 70 years, they leased the land to the National Army for the United States Army. And they started in World War II. They did a lot of we talked about Memorial Lake and Marquette Lake was especially made for the water disembarking, so like D-Day invasion, that type of stuff. And it was teaching the troops, and then after the war as well, they brought the troops back, and that's where they would release them from service and send them back into civilian life. So this area, Indiantown Gap, has a lot of history to it. Tremendously really cool historical area, and once again, Indiantown Gap happens to be one of those three main gaps. And then you go a little further down the Blue Mountain, you had the Tulpehocken Path, which was another area of access that the Native Americans would use during the French and Indian War. So this is Indiantown. This is historical marker number 2 that we're doing. We're going to do another 3 today, and we will see you about town.